All right, let's get right into it. In the world of high-stakes trading, your real edge isn't some secret indicator or a faster internet connection. Nope, it's the 6 inches between your ears. So in this explainer, we are breaking down the playbook for mastering your own psychology, which is literally the one thing that separates the pros from everyone else.
Man, this is such a core idea to start with. It's basically asking you to rewire how you even think about winning. You've got to stop chasing that dopamine hit from one good trade or getting crushed by one bad one. The real win is just flawlessly executing your plan over and over and over. You see, profit is just a byproduct of a solid process, not the other way around.
So, what's the real fight here? It's not you against the market. Come on, it's you against you. It's that fear, the greed, the FOMO, that desperate, nagging need to be right. Those are the things that blow up accounts, not bad charts. The biggest threat you'll ever face in the market is staring right back at you in the mirror. And look, this slide just lays it out perfectly. It's like 2 different identities, right? Over on the left, that's the emotional trader. They're always reacting, chasing moves, and just hoping a bad trade turns around. But on the right, that's the disciplined operator. Calm, systematic, decisive. The operator waits patiently for their A-plus setup, and when a trade goes wrong, they cut it instantly. No questions asked. Our entire goal is to live in that right-hand column.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? Well, you start by building your armor before the battle even begins. I'm telling you, the most important work you'll do all day happens before you even think about clicking that buy or sell button. This is all about rigorous, non-negotiable prep.
So this is what that armor looks like. It's your pre-flight checklist, and you run it in 10 seconds before every single trade. 1. Is the spread, your cost to play, within your rules? 2. Is there some huge news event about to drop and cause chaos? 3. Is this actually an A setup, one of your best patterns? And maybe most importantly, 4. Is your stop loss already defined? And 5. Is your order sized correctly based on that risk? If even one of these is a no, the decision is already made. You do not take the trade, period. End of story.
Okay, so you've passed the checklist. You're in a live trade. Now the game totally changes. Your job is no longer to analyze. It's not to predict. Your only job now is to execute the plan you just made with absolute, unwavering discipline.
Think of these rules as your lifeline when you're under pressure. They are designed to save you from your worst impulses. You never, ever move your stop loss further away to give a trade room to breathe. That's just a fancy word for hope. And if the whole reason you entered the trade in the first place disappears, you're out. Gone. No hesitation.
And that brings us to what might be the single most important rule in all of trading. Adding to a losing position is just financial suicide. It's you refusing to admit you're wrong and deciding to double down on your own mistake. This one rule, right here, will save you from those career-ending losses.
But what happens if emotions start to creep in anyway? I mean, we're human, right? That's where you need what we call kill switches. Think of them as automatic brakes or circuit breakers that you set up ahead of time. They're designed to physically pull you away from the keyboard when you're most likely to do something stupid.
The first kill switch is triggered by a simple number, and that number is 3. Specifically, 3 losses in a row. And the second you hit that 3rd straight loss, the switch flips. You are automatically, mandatorily required to take a 20-minute break. Get up, walk away from the screen. This is not a suggestion, it's a hard rule to break that psychological death spiral of revenge trading.
Now, the next kill switch, this one's even more serious. It's tied to this number, your maximum daily loss limit. For most pros, that's somewhere between 0.5% and 2% of their total capital.
And if you hit that number, you're done. For the day, full stop, you shut the platform down and you walk away. This isn't a punishment, This is professional risk management. It's the one rule that guarantees you'll survive to trade tomorrow.
So the trading day is over, but the operator's work? It's not done yet. The final, and I mean most critical piece of this whole puzzle is the review process. This is how you actually turn your experiences, good and bad, into real expertise.
This all starts with a huge mindset shift. You need to treat your trading journal less like a diary to write down your feelings, and more like a scientist's lab notebook. The whole point is to collect objective data on your own performance. That's how you find your real patterns, your weaknesses, and your strengths.
And here's the kind of data a pro collects. It's way more than just profit or loss. You're tracking things like your R multiple, which is just how much you won or lost compared to your initial risk. And then there's MFE/MAE. That sounds complicated, but it just means how far the trade went in your favor and how far it went against you. This stuff tells you the real story of your trading. It's how you find out if you're cutting winners short or letting losers run way too far. So at the end of the week, you don't just look at your P&L. That's for amateurs. You grade your process. Did I only take my A setups? Did I honor every single stop? Did I follow my kill switch rules? This scorecard, this tells you what really matters. Because a profitable week with a bad process score is just luck. And luck always runs out.
You know, when you boil it all down, it comes to this. A simple contract you make with yourself. I'd print this out, tape it to your monitor, read it out loud every single morning. This is your commitment to being a disciplined operator, not an emotional gambler.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to really think about. When the pressure is on, when the market's ripping against you, and you feel that fear creeping into your chest, is your process, are your rules strong enough to save you from yourself? Because that right there, that's the whole game.